Hey, good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or whatever time you may or may not be listening to this. So, how's everybody doing today? Today is April 9th. Today happens to be Maundy, Thursday, as we prepare for an Easter weekend for many people. This is an unusual time. Uh, Maybe we won't be gathering with families as we normally do, but we're going to make the best of it. So I wanted to bring you a message today about a story that has motivated me and is one of the defining stories of who I am. And it happened later in life, and I wanted to share that story with you today. So a long time ago, there was this king who had it all. He had the good looks, he had the money, he had everything. And the people loved him. And he said, I want the people to really know who I am. So I'm going to come down and be with the people. And so what he did is he walked amongst the people, and a lot of people really didn't realize who he was. And this one particular part of what he did is really what inspired me. So this goes back thousands of years. And back then, they were walking around in the robes and the tunics and probably not even half dressed. And they didn't have shoes, so they weren't wearing Vans or expensive shoes or whatever. They were barefoot and they're walking around and it's dirty and they got nasty feet and all these kind of things. So one of the customs is when you got home, the first thing you did is wash your feet because they were probably really nasty. So he decided, this king, that he was going to wash the feet of the people that were his servants. So he got down on his hands and feet and he washed the feet of everyday common people. Now, there's many reasons why this is an extraordinary story. That I love my wife. She's got awesome feet, but I ain't touching her feet. And I can't even imagine what some of these feet were like. But for somebody who was this king and mighty and had it all, to get down on his hands and feet and wash the feet of common people, that inspired me. And I always thought that, how could I even get below that guy who washed people's feet? I wanted to be that kind of person. So I started on my journey, and one of the words that comes up, which is over my head, so you can see on these videos, it's sometimes hard. The word serve. So serve in today's context is a verb. It's the act of doing something. And we have so many people right now during this chaos and crisis who are serving. And it moves me when people serve, because you serve unconditionally. If you're doing something for someone in exchange, it's really not serving in my world. So this king served people, and he didn't have to. People here serve and they don't have to. My next word is service. And I use that as the noun, the act of, what are you going to do? I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to wash feet. I'm going to provide a service. And we can look at the word service in so many contexts. Again, not an English major here, and this is just my world, my words. So all you English people out there, don't correct me, because I know I'm incorrect, but it's who I am. But the act to go out in love, love can be a verb, it can be a noun, it could be all kinds of things, but that service, I'm seeing incredible acts of service right now that just are so profound, so profound. And that last word, servant. Servant is all encompassing. It can be a noun, it can be a verb. And for me, I want it to be a word that defines who I am. I want to be a servant. I want to serve you. I want to serve my family. I want to serve strangers. I want to be a servant. And I see that word for me personally as one of the most powerful words that I believe we need in the world right now. Is we need more servants who are willing to serve one another, who are willing to provide a service to one another, and who can truly be a servant without anything in return. I have seen so much this week. And I don't, whatever your particular beliefs are, this is an important week for many Christians, for other believers, but it's also a very important week in this virus situation that we're in. It's an opportunity to get to the point of, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? My personal belief is that we're getting closer. We're getting closer. And so I want people during this time of reflection, whatever your reflection is, because obviously many people are out of work, many places are closed, but there are still a lot of us who are working and are serving, providing services, and being servants to the community. So as you reflect, for whatever reasons, this weekend, take a moment to pause and think about that story of that guy who washed the feet, the nasty, stinky, dirty feet of complete strangers. And ask yourself, could you serve somebody who's in a worse situation than yourself? And we're all in a bad situation right now, but there are those who are in worse situations. And I am seeing the shining glory in men and women in our community, across the country, across the world, who are using these words right now. They're using these words of serve, service, and being a servant. So have a wonderful weekend of whatever you believe, and know that we are here to serve you. We're here to provide services for you, and we're your servants. We want to serve unconditionally because we care and because we love. And I hope you do too. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed weekend. And this is Rich, just plain and simple Rich. And what I always do when I leave, because I truly mean it, is peace out.